If you're thinking about getting into model railroading or you're already an addict, boy, do we have a project for you. In this episode, we bring it all together, starting right now. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me today on It's My Railroad, the how-to show for regular people. We call this a how-to show because in addition to me showing you how a regular guy builds a model railroad, people leave comments on these videos sharing a wealth of information, actually teaching me how to do things on my model railroad. It's a lot of fun, really digging what we're learning down here. So if that's something you're into, why not hit that subscribe button and then go ahead and push the little bell icon so you don't miss future videos. Just before we really get rolling, a little reminder about our 5K giveaway. We are coming up on 5,000 subscribers for this channel, which really blows my mind, by the way. But by doing so, we're gonna celebrate by giving out $350 worth of gift certificates that our friends over at Midwest Model Railroad have hooked us up with. So if you want to get in on that action, just go down to the description. There's rules for entering and blah, blah, blah down there. Just get in on the action, have some fun, maybe you'll win. All right, rail fans, let's get into this. As you know, we have already put the shelf brackets in, we've built the frame and set it up on the shelf brackets. Well, today we got some great things we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and put that frame together, bolt it to the brackets, put on a backdrop. It's gonna be so much fun that I just wanna get to it right now. So what are we waiting for? Let's head into the hobby room right now. Hey, welcome back to the hobby room, to the Brown Smith Railroad subdivision of the Burlington Northern Santa Fe acquisition, second level expansion. We got to come up with a new name for it because I can't say that every week. If you guys have any ideas for the new name for my layout in the comments, I'd greatly appreciate it. Here's what I'd like to try to get done today. I'd like to try to put the backdrop in. Now, if you remember when we put the backdrop in up here on the old top deck, the former BSR period, it was a little difficult. I had to slide some things in, move some things around. It wasn't the ideal situation. I regret not putting it in way earlier in the game. So this time we're going to learn from our mistakes because we can do that now. I want to get the backdrop in behind this before it all gets bolted together. That way I don't have to deal with it later. I may or may not paint it now. Haven't decided. I think it's going to get all honked up as I continue to build the layout. So let's work on that today. But there's a challenge I want to show you. And it happens right back here. These shelf brackets, as you know, support the top deck. And it's got this cross brace right here. Well, by the time I bring the backdrop up high enough, it's going to be hitting this, isn't it? So what I think I'd like to try to do is cut the piece exactly the length that I need it, bring it in here, sort of line it up this way, like this, and then mark where this is and cut me a notch out. Then I can screw the piece to this, I can slide it back into place, and then Bob's your uncle, we're done. Now, we have the thickness of the bracket, we also have that bolt head that we have to concern ourselves with to a degree. As I've said before, this wall is bowed. It's touching the wall back there, it's touching the wall back there, but I can stick my fingers to it right here, and that ain't my carpentry, people, it's the wall. So I don't really care so much. I'm going to get this thing screwed to the back of this, make it nice and flat, and then I will slide this layout back in as far as I need to get the kind of distance we're after. So what I think I'm going to go ahead and do is go ahead and just cut a piece out. You don't need to watch me do that. I'll bring it in and then let's make the marks for it, cut that notch, and see how that goes. So I'm going to put the apron on, I'm going to run outside, ream some wood, and I'll bring it right back. I'll see you in a minute. All right, so that was kind of quick. I went out and I cut me a piece of tempered hardboard. Now I took a measurement earlier and it's 17 inches high is what we need, and then of course by exactly 4 feet long. So I did that, and I've taken the liberty of getting the corner piece out of the way for now to make this easy enough to slide in. So what I think I'll do is take the piece, slide it in where it goes, like this. And then I can see that right here is where that shelf bracket's going to be. So I'm going to take me my pen and mark that. And frankly, I'm going to overcut it a little bit. I'm not going to fool anybody into thinking there isn't a shelf bracket there. And then back here, Do this one too. Problem with this one is 17 inches isn't going to get it. Already we're discovering problems, people. I think I need to lop about a ½ inch off of this and then cut these notches. So we're going to take care of that first. Okay, well, to say that I'm back with my first piece would not be entirely true. I cut the first one, brought it in and test fit it, and realized I didn't move my framework down far enough when I took my measurement, and blah, 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 it didn't fit. So I'm gonna reuse that piece over here. But for now, we have a piece that I'm pretty sure will fit. So let's just get in here and see what this is gonna look like. Just slide it over into here. And voila, Bob's your uncle. We have a little problem right there that I'll fix with some glue, bada bing. Okay, so anyway, that piece, it kind of shows you kind of how we want to put it in there from back here. When you're looking at it, all you see is the backdrop. You don't see the grotesqueness of the top of it very much. So here's what we'll do. We'll go through and cut this piece that goes in right here, then put the actual frame piece back in, see how that looks, and see where we go from there. All right, so I went out and cut the 3-foot piece, gave it the same treatment, stuffed it into the corner. It's a little hard to tell because it's a little dark back there, but I have this nice backdrop forming already. So what I think I'm gonna do is go through and make the rest of these pieces we need and do the whole little notch technique. And then we'll take a look at how we're gonna secure that to the framework and get to work on the plywood. So give me just a couple of minutes to put that together and I'll come back and see you. All right, so the rest of the backdrop pieces are cut out and installed. I got the notches in them, and they're kind of just sitting there right now, resting here and there. They're not quite lined up yet. We'll get to that when we bolt the backdrop pieces directly to the frame. But before we get there, there's a couple little bumps in the road I ran into that I want to share with you just real quick, so sort of keep us all up to date on what's going on. First thing is, let's go over to the light switch. So one of the things we kind of had to accommodate for temporarily is right in here. There's going to be the helix complex in here, so this probably won't be seen all that much, and we still have to do something with the light switch to get the power out to the layout. So for now, I just put it like this. We're probably going to have to come back and touch that up, which shouldn't be too difficult, even with the layout bolted together. Anyway, that's the first thing we got to deal with. The second thing is over here, and just one example of something that happened. Let's look at this. We've also got a number of places like this where I've got this gap that, in spite of the measurements I took and everything else, I just kept getting these gaps. But again, this whole area back in here and for most of the back wall is just going to be covered with some scenery anyway, so I'm not too upset about that, although I just wish it looked a little prettier for right now. There, so we'll just kind of leave that be for now, and we'll address that problem as we move forward. And then finally, over here, there's one thing we need to take a look at. Way over here to the west under Brownsville, this little piece right here is probably a piece that's going to see some sky color, but only for like the bottom 90%. The rest of it, or the top 90%, the rest of it is going to be covered with the mountain that starts heading up towards Switch Junction. All right, so anyway, that's the backdrop installed, kind of loosely held together right now. We'll bolt it to the frame as we move forward. But you can see I've got these clamps holding the layout together right now, and that's just so it didn't, fall apart or whatever. But what I'm gonna do is make sure the tops and the fronts are flush and go through and sink about 3 drywall screws in there, maybe 4, just to tighten it together, make it one flat piece. Again, if I ever have to move out of here, I don't want to just destroy the whole layout. So hopefully by some selective track snipping on top, pulling some screws out, maybe we can just sort of break the scenery and take it out in big chunks. So here's what we'll do. I'm going to grab my DeWalt right now and go start driving drywall screws in here. Let's just take a quick minute to get that done, and then I'll show you whatever's next. All right, so we're down here at the first piece that I kind of want to bolt together, and sort of the way I do this anyway is I start off with trying to make this as flush as I can right here, but then I take something like this level and see how it's rocking like that? That doesn't please me all that much. So kind of what I would do in this case is go about halfway back on that level with one of these clamps. Clamp that down nice and tight. And then come over to the other side. And clamp that nice and tight. This is doing two things. One, it's making this flat across here, and two, it's making sure this top edge is flat. If this is off just a little bit, I don't know that I care too much because we can make up for that between the styrofoam and the fascia. This is critical to keep the layout flat. And the way things work for me, I need every little edge I can get. So right now, I'm pretty sure I've got this thing positioned just the way we want it. I'll double check back here in the back. It looks good. Yeah, everything seems good. So you know how I work. I drill holes first, and then I put the screws through. So let's drill some holes. Oh, all right, got those drilled in. Same deal, swap out to the old screw tip. And just one by one, sink these screws in here. Easier said than done. My screw tip holder is too long. So I'm gonna cheat and take the tip right out. Hook it right in the drill like that because I will not be beaten by a drill. All right, there we go. First two pieces bolted together on the expansion. This is pretty cool. We're getting really close. So I'm gonna go through and do this same treatment on the rest of these modules, and then I'll come back and show you how we're gonna take care of these spacers, these extensions that it sits on. So give me just a minute and we'll get right to it. Okay, so now that we've got the backdrop in, we've got the modular frame screwed together, I want to go through and I'm going to just suck this up against this. I got the frame, the whole layout kind of pushed into the general position. Some of the challenges here are going to be, right now this one's sitting on these wood extensions I have, but in some cases there's no extension and the thing just hangs like this. So I'm gonna have to go through and do a little holding up and screwing and stuff like that to make this work. Most people I don't think are gonna have this kind of a scenario on their layout, but I can't do anything the easy way. It's always gotta be a challenge. So here's what I got. I've got these wood screws right here. They're number 8 by 1 inch, just regular screws. Unlike before, I don't think I need pilot holes here because the idea, and we're gonna try it with one right now, the idea is to get into here, hold this back, and just get it in through this piece of wood so it holds the piece behind it. There. Keep turning it and turning it until it's done. It's in. So let's sink another one of those, and then what I'll do is, again, it's not rocket science. I'm gonna go through and screw the rest of them in, and then we're gonna have to get the layout screwed down to this, and then we'll put the plywood top on. So the rest of this, like I said, not rocket science. I'll go through and do it. Ask questions if you got them. I'll be right back. Okay, so the backdrop is all screwed down to the frame around the layout, such as it is. Now what I want to do, the last significant thing we have to do before we can put the plywood on, is to go ahead and take these extensions that I made for the shelf brackets, screw them down to the brackets, screw the frame to that. Now listen, this particular piece of frame doesn't extend past the bracket. So this is kind of redundant. I kind of don't need it except for the fact that the rest of the layout will be on it, and we need that spacer to bring it up. So there you go. Another thing, this bracket is actually longer than the piece of framework. Well, if you remember, we're gonna have a radius right here. Some kind of way I need to frame that in when the time comes, and we will use that extra hole to screw that to, and probably screw some things in here. It'll hold that up real tight. So for right now, what I want to do is screw down this extension piece to the bracket. And it's really not rocket science, like most of the other things that I do. I'm gonna take me a drywall screw, come in here under the layout, and there's a hole in this bracket right here. And just screw that down. Like that. So that's not really gonna go anywhere. With that down though, I got these 1¼ inch screws, which is just enough to get up in there and grab that. I'll just sit one. Oh, it's tough to get under here. I need to line this up. And there we go. Screwed right to the space. Now see, this is already bowing up a little bit. That needs to be held down. Ooh, I have an idea. We're gonna try this, and if it doesn't work, maybe I'll edit it out. If I put a screw up right next to this bracket. Look at that. Ha! I caught it with the head of the screw. I just made that up on the fly. Oh, sometimes the regular guy gets good luck. So I've got this screw to that one. I just got to put a screw in back here, and this piece is ready for its coffee break. Boom. Ugh. I am too old to be climbing under this thing anymore, but there you go. That's as solid as Sears. I think Sears is going out of business, so it's as solid as we can get it. Okay, so I got the shelf bracket extensions screwed to the shelf brackets, got the frame screwed to that, and it's pretty sturdy, if I do say so for myself. Now, here's the deal. In truth, it is sturdy, but I can feel a little wiggle in it, just like I can on the upper deck. Now, it normally hasn't been a problem, but it just, truth be told, I had legs right under here, and it was sitting on legs, not suspended from the wall. I think it'd be more stable, but like I said, it hasn't really been a problem up here, but maybe some of the problems I've had with track failing and stuff has to do with the fact that it's not as secure as I would like it to be. But this is my designated way, and so this is what we're gonna get. So do a little research on your bench work before you commit to doing it the Steve Brown regular guy way. By the way, if you just cut some wood and glue it and screw it together and put a railroad on it, regular guy way, and I'm digging it. So anyway, that looks like enough for today. Next time, we're gonna put the plywood on top and do a little finishing up there. So I think we should just head back into the studio right now. And we're back in the studio. Boom, got the framework mounted. Oh, I'm so excited. All we have to do is put a top on it and I can start running track. Oh, this is gonna be good. Anyway, this is the kind of stuff we do here on Sidetracked, It's My Railroad, and our new talk show, Track Smack. So if you haven't already done it, why don't you go ahead and subscribe, and then make sure you like and share this video with somebody. Don't forget about the 5K giveaway, description down below, and then join up with us on Instagram and Facebook during the course of the week. Other than that, my name is Steve Brown. Thank you so much for being here. Rail on, my friends.